Sagittarius today, 3 cards rise before you. The Moon, the Tower, and the Wheel of Fortune. Like 3 sacred bells ringing through the air, calling your spirit to stay awake, to not turn back, to not lose the clarity your soul is reaching for. A mist of confusion is starting to lift. A mask is falling away, and behind it, there is an eyes that can no longer hide its real intention. The truth is sprouting in places you thought were barren. A sudden turn in your work or in a connection may happen so quickly that you won't even have time to react, if your mind is still distracted by things that no longer belong to you. But remember this: the awakened one is never swallowed by the wave. The awakened one learns to ride it. This is the moment when your intuition becomes sharper than ever, and because of that, the eyes watching you have become colder. They see your light, but not everyone smiles at it. Unspoken jealousy, silent comparison. They drift through your space like a chill wind that never asked permission to enter. If you can't stay calm enough to listen within, you might open the wrong door. And once that door opens, it won't easily close again. A confession is about to be spoken. Not small talk, not entertainment, but something that could change the direction of the path you're walking. Before we move deeper into today's reading, Heart of Fire, if you feel something stirring softly inside your chest, write this in the comments. I am ready to expand my vision and embrace my higher destiny. Not for me to see, but for the universe to know you've chosen to lay down the weapon of doubt and open your heart to receive. Come closer now. I want to speak to you with the same gentle tone I use when reading to someone I love on quiet autumn afternoons, while sunlight fades across an old wooden table where so many stories have been told. I look at these cards slowly, and I feel what your soul, the one searching for truth, needs to hear right now. You, guided by the fire within, will sense the message before your mind can analyze it. The first card doesn't bring fear, it brings remembrance. It whispers that there is something you've always known, but buried too deep. A choice you've postponed because you feared disappointing someone. A truth you've already felt in your skin, but never dared to name. The Tower doesn't appear to destroy, it appears to liberate. It touches what you once believed was solid, but was really built on silence and compromise. And all it asks is for you to pause and ask yourself, does this still reflect who I am today? The Wheel of Fortune never stands still. It has already turned, and this time you don't need to push it. You only need to be ready to receive things that were stuck, a promise left hanging, a message unsent, a payment delayed, an opportunity long ignored, will suddenly move, like a locked door finally clicking open after years of waiting. A text, an email, a green light, a sign from the universe might arrive as suddenly as a summer rain in the dry season. And when it comes, it won't ask, "Are you sure?" It will ask, "Are you worthy?" Someone has been watching you quietly, not to judge, but because they carry a truth too heavy to hold any longer. It could be a partner, a friend, or a heart that once trembled near yours but never found the courage to speak. Today, that silence could finally break, like glass touched by the vibration of its own heartbeat. The truth won't come to hurt you, but to return something that belongs to you, your power of choice. Don't rush to interpret someone else's feelings. Don't try to fix what isn't yours to fix. Sit down, take a slow, deep breath, and ask yourself quietly, am I walking toward my own light or chasing someone else's shadow? These 3 cards also reveal something in your career and finances. There's been a blockage, an offer that never solidified, a project that paused, a payment that stalled, a partnership that stayed a promise in the air. But now the wheel turns, and the rusted lock gives way. You'll soon know what truly belongs to you. Not because of luck, but because you planted the seed. Through patient work, through unseen discipline, through loyalty to your truth, even when the world turned away. So now ask yourself, am I ready to receive the recognition I deserve without shrinking my light to make others comfortable? Remember this, Sagittarius. You're in a season when the universe hears you more clearly than ever. So be intentional with every word, thought, and image you create. Whatever you focus on grows. If you feed scarcity, it multiplies. If you feed harmony, it expands. And sometimes in protecting yourself, you've curled inward. But in that very act, you've also held on to old pain that no longer belongs to you. So today, change the rhythm, change the music of your mind. Close your eyes and picture the door you want to open, the words you long to hear, the outcome that lets you exhale in peace. The wheel will recognize the command of your soul and turn exactly where it needs to. And the tower, instead of falling, will become a flame that lights your way. And finally, if your heart just touched something deep inside, write this beneath the video. I am ready to expand my vision and embrace my higher destiny. Not for me to see, but so that your energy can be witnessed by the universe. Because today is not a day for doubt. Today is the day you return to your own higher truth. There are people around you who feel uneasy about the way you keep moving forward, softly but steadily, without noise, yet shining so brightly. They can't call it admiration, so they wrap it in half-truths, in heavy silences, in smiles that mean two different things. Don't be disheartened, and above all, don't shrink your light just to comfort those who aren't ready to face it. The tower appears once again, not to destroy, but to remind you. Don't rebuild what was never real. Your task isn't to hold up relationships that drain you dry. It's to discern which connections nourish your soul and which ones leave you empty in quiet exhaustion. I invite you to observe, without drama, without debate, who genuinely rejoices when fortune smiles upon you, and who steps back into the shadows when the light begins to shine your way. That simple observation will tell you more than any conversation ever could. In love, these cards reveal a quiet pressure searching for release. It could be a confession you've been waiting for, but feared to hear. Or a reaction that says, without words, something is no longer in harmony. And you know it, not because you're suspicious, but because you're deep. And your depth always knows when something has lost its roots. If someone approaches you, not wearing a mask, but with genuine vulnerability, a heart learning to trust again, this reading invites you to listen with maturity, not with old reflexes of pain. But if the same old pattern returns, where you carry the heavier load, where you stand once more in that too familiar place, then let your refusal be an act of self-love, and the Wheel of Fortune will bring you something new, not as a replacement, but as an upgrade to your journey. Slow down for a moment. I want you to feel your own breath. You, a fire sign, are being invited to stand still today, to sense something moving that no longer needs your control. It might be a shiver for no reason, a sentence you overhear, a scene from a dream that repeats, or a sunrise moment when your heartbeat feels different and you just know something is coming. Don't rush to define it. Just place your hand over your chest and ask, what does life want me to see today? You don't need a perfect answer, just a small, clear light showing you which way to turn the wheel. What I see here is release, not loss, but cleansing. There are small habits you once thought harmless that now quietly drain your spirit. Tomorrow will be the perfect time to stop doing one small thing you've been doing out of habit, not out of love. Maybe it's checking who replied to your messages. Maybe it's explaining yourself until you run out of breath. Maybe it's forcing yourself to appear responsible when all you crave is stillness. The universe is gently asking you to say, enough. I choose to love myself. Even clearing one little drawer in your mind creates space for the wheel to deliver something that truly belongs to you. I also see someone, a colleague, a client, a quiet admirer, who's been watching you with respect. They've seen your humble consistency. Their attention isn't coincidence. It's the natural consequence of your integrity. They might offer collaboration, extend an invitation, or reopen a door you thought was closed. And if that offer feels like something you once wrote down in a journal or whispered in prayer, don't be afraid that it's arriving fast. Look at it clearly, yes, but don't sabotage the moment of receiving just because you're still learning how to trust. And now, let's share a small ritual together. A sentence, a declaration, a wave of sacred energy. Take a deep breath with me and repeat this. If your heart begins to tremble with recognition, I honor the truth that is arriving. I release what no longer fits with peace, and I allow destiny to turn in my favor. Don't repeat this unless you're truly ready. But if you are, write it down beneath this video as a soul commitment so that the universe and you both know you've chosen to walk toward the light of your own becoming. And when you adjust yourself not to fit into someone else's world, but to realign with your own frequency, life suddenly becomes easier to breathe, even if storms are still swirling around you. Now, be honest. Not with me, with yourself. If tomorrow a sudden truth appeared right in front of your eyes, what would you do? Would you avoid it? Let it pass like a blurry cloud in your chest? Or would you face it like a true archer, brave, clear-eyed, unshaken? You don't have to answer with words. Just sit down, breathe consciously, and look directly into the light within you. Maturity is not the shutting down of emotions, it's feeling everything and still choosing to act with truth and kindness. If your heart is craving an honest conversation, create the space for it. If you need silence to hear your own truth, give yourself permission. If you need distance, claim it without guilt. The Wheel of Fortune is watching every choice you make, and it rewards inner honesty, not outer perfection. I see a powerful image rising, like a small flame inside the sacred temple of your soul. Your living space, your desk, old photographs, even the smallest objects holding memory, they're shifting. Not with noise, not with chaos, but with the gentle motion of a soul stepping into a new phase. Maybe you'll reorganize your desk, open a window you haven't touched in years, delete notes that no longer carry meaning, or simply rewrite an old wish with new belief. These small acts are sacred rituals of transformation. And as you do them, the universe whispers, now I can deliver the gift. Let me remind you of this, gently but firmly. You don't need to apologize for your light. You don't need permission to evolve. You don't need to explain what you've built with your hands and your loyalty to life. The tower will give others the space to adjust their gaze. But you simply keep walking, calm, radiant, unapologetically you. In love, every emotion is magnified like light refracted through a crystal lens. If you're in a relationship, today's card calls for a conversation, not to accuse, but to understand. We all have fears, we all have unmet needs. We all carry something we still don't have words for. That conversation, if done in true love, won't break you apart. It will set you free. And if you're exploring someone new, let honesty light the path, even if it leads you somewhere unexpected. And if you're currently alone, know this reading is opening the road for a special connection. But to receive it, you must first let go of something that no longer serves you. No matter your situation, the soul lesson remains the same. Truth sets you free. And once you're free, blessings may reach you faster than you think. So let me ask you, one last time, softly. Are you ready for life to arrive earlier than expected? Because what's coming does not carry the energy of delay. It carries momentum. It brings acceleration. It brings you. And sometimes, what you've prayed for, what you once wrote down in your journal or whispered to a distant star at midnight, arrives without warning. No trumpet, no announcement. Right when you thought you'd have to wait a little longer. But the question is, do you have space to receive it? Have you let go enough to open both your hands? That's why I invited you to clear your mind, your heart, even your living space like a sacred ritual of welcome. And now, if your heart has been stirred by all of this, if you feel like you're flowing inside the very current of this message, then leave your soul's declaration below. I choose clarity and abundance with a peaceful heart. And if you write it with reverence, this sentence will lock your energy into the highest frequency the cards have opened today. And the universe, as always, will nod in silence. Remember, you're not writing this for me. You're writing it for yourself. And for the quiet echo of life that is gently listening to you on the other side of every thought. Now let me tell you something about time. Not the kind measured by clocks, but the kind that exists in states of being. Today, Wednesday, carries two rhythms. On one side, life is moving fast. Messages, signals, glances, words, they all hold codes that have been linked together long before today. And on the other side, stillness, the sacred silence that lets you catch what truth is quietly passing through your life. Don't choose one and ignore the other. Be present with the motion, but protect the stillness within you. Like an archer knows, it's not about how fast you pull the bow, it's about knowing when to aim and when to let go. I won't end today without offering you something practical and radiant. If a message comes from someone you believe truly loves you, listen with your heart, not your defense. If it confuses you, ask for more time. If it crosses your boundaries, set limits calmly but firmly. And if a door opens, in money, career, or opportunity, and it opens suddenly, open your arms wide. No explanations, no permission needed. You are no longer in a place where you have to prove why you deserve something good. I still sense there's one missing piece. It might be the final line on a treasure map, or the person who holds the key to steer your ship. Let it arrive on its own. Don't chase it. Let the wheel of fortune turn on its own time. And when it does, I promise I'll return, just like now, to tell you that last piece with the clarity you deserve. In the meantime, just one thing. Hold your inner ground. Trust your intuition, the torch that never misguides. And don't forget to open the door of your home, your heart, and your mind. Because what's coming is carrying your name in beautiful clarity. I see in you a rebirth. Not a dramatic shift, but a quiet, powerful decision that from now on you no longer need permission to shine, that every step you take is part of something far greater. And I wonder, as I lay the cards like a map of destiny on the table, what will you do when the thing you once prayed for in secret knocks at the very moment you're not prepared? Will you dare to look it in the eye and welcome it with trust, even if the world around you still doubts? Take a deep breath with me, child of sacred fire, because the wind inside you is shifting today. Not to disrupt, but to place everything back where it truly belongs. And what's being revealed now is not a shock. It's a gentle whisper from the universe. It's time to recalibrate your compass. October is not the ending. It's the dawn of a new perception. Like looking at a familiar landscape and suddenly seeing it for the very first time because your inner eyes have changed. You don't need to destroy the old world. You only need to turn toward the light to realize the world has never been closed to you. It was only waiting for you to open. Tomorrow, you will understand this. The key has always been in your hand. You just needed someone to remind you. It's time to open that door. And the room you're about to walk into, where truth, courage, and your inner light meet, will no longer feel like a distant dream. And someone who's been silent for so long will begin to speak the words you've needed to hear, not to confuse you, but to set you free. If you've stayed until this final moment, leave a declaration in the comments, one that comes straight from your heart. I am ready to open the door that bears my name and step into my destiny with peace. Write it to remind yourself that you've chosen, so the universe will know you're ready. And what belongs to you will no longer be delayed. And I'm not just speaking about soft words whispered under sunsets or promises scribbled between dreams. I'm speaking about real action, including the confessions of past mistakes, the insecurities you've never dared to voice, and the truth that, even with all your wisdom, you've yet to fully hear. Can you see the gift in discomfort? Like salt in an old wound, when it's the only way the universe lays the card of truth on the table? From this very moment, you, like an archer who's traveled across lifetimes, can make a conscious choice. Does this person still deserve a place in your life? Or has the cycle naturally closed and your role in their story been fulfilled? Don't rush. Wait until the waters within you turn clear, not muddied by expectations or old pain. Only then can any truth be welcomed with nobility. In love, I see a new current opening, like the sea parting to make way for a river's mouth. If something in your relationship feels heavy, now is the time for a peaceful release. The card of honesty is calling you, not to make you endure more, but to remind you, truth, when spoken from an open heart, does not wound, it liberates. You've grown enough now to embrace even the things that once shattered you. No longer panicking, but looking at it with calm wisdom. This is just a wave, not an ending. And in this very moment, the wheel of fortune is spinning fast. An opportunity, a proposal, a turning point may pull you out of your comfort zone, disrupt your schedule, shift your plans, or open a new stream of income. I know, the first pulse of change always makes the heart beat faster. But I promise you, this is what you have called in. It carries your name. It is the harvest of moments when you planted seeds in the unseen, of choices you trusted in, even when no one else believed. And as your light radiates, it will illuminate the parts of you that once hid in shadows, and even the places others avoid. Some will admire you, and others will hesitate in the face of your evolution. Don't overthink it. You don't need to justify your growth. You don't need to bow just so someone else feels comfortable. You only need to stand in the light of your own truth and see clearly who shows up with sincerity and who arrives wearing a mask. From that stillness within, you'll know who is meant to stay and who must be lovingly released to continue their journey without you. What I see in you is something truly beautiful. Rebirth. A new chapter is opening, where you're no longer chasing certainty, but living in clarity, where you no longer have to try so hard to become, because you're finally safe to simply be. Now, place your hand on your heart, gently. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and ask yourself, if life placed an undeniable truth in front of me, what would I do? Turn away because the pain feels too sharp, or walk forward, holding the torch of awareness. Even if the world keeps whispering behind your back, you don't have to decide today. Just feel the rhythm of love beneath your feet. You'll hear it. If you slow down, if you pause for just one beat, if you unplug from the noise and tune in to the symbolic whispers the sky is sending you. Clarity is coming. Not like lightning, but like a gentle wave, touching your heart, your body, your soul. Because deep down, you know, the home within you has long craved fresh air. It's ready to release what no longer aligns. It only wants to keep what truly nourishes you. In love, the masks are falling. The one who once stayed silent will now have to face the radiant clarity you bring. It might be a conversation, a glance, a silent revelation that leaves you breathless. But this silence is not about suppression. It's the silence of awakening. And if your soul has just been stirred by these words, if you felt this message wasn't just a message, but a mirror, then write this in the comments as a declaration of power. I am ready to receive the truth, to stand strong in my light, and step into my new era. You don't write it to impress anyone. You write it to remember. You write it so the universe hears you, so your soul doesn't forget. Because light never asks for permission to shine. And now I ask you to come closer, even closer. Not to respond to me, but to answer yourself. As I whisper with all the tenderness of a spiritual guide, are you ready to face a truth that may not match the script you once wrote, but holds the power to bring lasting peace to your path? In the realm of work and finances, I see a sudden shift, like you've been pushing a heavy door for weeks, and out of nowhere, someone on the other side turns the handle, swings it wide open, and says, "Come in." Don't worry too much. You don't owe anyone an explanation. You don't need to shrink yourself just to make someone else feel comfortable. You only need to stand in the light of your own truth and see clearly who comes with honesty and who comes with a mask. And from that peaceful clarity, you'll know who is meant to stay and who is ready to continue their own path without you. What I see in you is the most beautiful thing. Rebirth. A new chapter is unfolding. One where you no longer chase certainty, but live in alignment with clarity, where you don't have to prove yourself to become someone. You simply return to your true self. And now, I invite you to place your hand gently on your heart. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and ask yourself, if life places an undeniable truth in front of me, what will I do? Will I turn away out of fear? Or will I use the light of my own wisdom as a torch to guide me forward, even if the world still whispers behind my back? There's no need to decide just yet. Just listen to the rhythm of love quietly leading your steps. You'll feel it. If you slow down, if you pause for just one moment, unplug from the noise around you, and tune in to the symbolic language the sky is whispering. Clarity is coming. Not like a strike, but like a wave, touching your emotions, your reality, and your soul. Because deep down, you already know, the home within you has longed for fresh air. It wants to clear out what no longer fits. It wants to keep only what truly nourishes you. In love, the masks are falling. The one who stayed silent now must face the clarity you carry. It might be a conversation, a glance, or an unspoken truth that leaves you speechless. But it won't be the silence of pain. It will be the silence of awakening. And if something in your soul has just been touched, I invite you to write this in the comments below, to anchor this energy. I am ready to embrace truth, stand tall in my light, and open the gates of my new era. Don't write it to impress anyone. Write it to remind yourself you have chosen, you are ready, and your light does not need permission to shine. Now come closer, not to answer me, but to answer yourself, as I ask you with the gentleness of a spiritual guide, are you ready to hear a truth that may not match the story you once told yourself, but will finally bring you peace? In work and finances, I see an unexpected shift, like you've been pushing a heavy door for weeks, and suddenly someone on the other side unlocks it, opens it wide, and says, "Come in." It could be a project finally approved, a contract that opens at just the right time, a companion appearing when you least expect it, or a past connection revealing a new possibility you never seriously considered until now. And here is the question I want you to carry with you all day today. When life places that opportunity in your hands, how will you respond? Will you rush toward it with all your energy? Or will you receive it with the calm certainty of a soul who has planted seeds with love? You are not just emotion, Sagittarius. You are also discipline shaped by kindness. The universe knows that, and so do I. But you must also remember, not everyone sees your light and rejoices in it. There will be eyes filled with sincere admiration, and there will be faces wearing masks, hiding comparison in their advice, hiding jealousy in their silence. This Wednesday, your intuition, ignited by the moon and the fire within, will be sharper than ever. You'll instantly know who is your true companion and who is just an audience wearing a friend's costume. How many times have you stayed silent to avoid discomfort, while your heart already knew the truth? Now, your voice is no longer just words. It is your shield. It is the loving boundary that protects the peace you've worked so hard to build. I also see something else, a move or a shift in your emotional space, a journey or a new corner of your home being opened up. For some, it's a trip to the ocean. For others, it's a career change or a reorganization of personal life. Whatever it may be, it's a sign of a leap forward. You're learning something important. Home is not a place. Home is a state of being, and you, like the archer of Sagittarius, can carry that home within you, wherever you go. When the environment is safe enough, you bloom. And here's what touches me most in your reading. You are ready to let go, not with bitterness, but with a soft smile and a nod. I understand now. This is no longer me, and I'm ready for something more worthy. Today is not just about uncovering truths outside you, it's about awakening something from within. The ability to keep what you once feared and release what no longer resonates with your soul. It's not a coincidence. Everything arriving today is the result of every step you've taken, every time you chose to continue despite exhaustion, every tear you wiped alone but never lost faith. And I say this to you with the voice of a grandfather who's been watching over you, and today only wants one thing, that you finally recognize your light is enough. Tomorrow, a mirror will appear before you. Not just one that reflects your face, but one that reveals what you truly deserve, what no longer belongs in your life, and who is no longer meant to walk this path with you. Don't fear that mirror. It's not here to judge you. It's here to return your power, to remind you that you get to decide. And do you know what fills my heart the most? That even though what's coming might feel unexpected, every piece of it was designed just for you. A better version of everything you once hoped for. A place where the world no longer threatens you, but becomes an extension of the ocean within your soul. Spiritually, I see a homecoming, a quiet awakening that reconnects you to your primal intuition, the one you used to doubt, but now you know it has always been your most faithful lighthouse. And the Chariot, your card of destiny, appears like an armored chariot of clarity, gently reminding you, moving forward doesn't require force, just honesty and awareness. And now, if you've stayed with me until this very last breath, I invite you to write in the comments, as a soul-level commitment, I am ready to step into destiny with a strong heart and steady hands holding the reins of my life. Write it to anchor this energy in the real world. Write it so the universe knows you're ready. Write it so you'll never again deny your own light. And in this sacred moment, now that you've walked with me all the way here, allow me to offer a divine decree to seal the frequency we've awakened together. If there's a pulse echoing in your chest right now, repeat these words clearly, as if your heart were a flame, and the sound rising from your lungs was a soul invocation. I am the home and the protection. Light is my compass. My intuition speaks truth, and abundance arrives with peace. Be still for a moment, as if someone is listening to the soft waves inside your heart, because that vibration is already rippling through you, even if the world outside hasn't caught up yet. I return now to your card and the message it whispered to me today, so tender, so precious. In love, you will realize sincerity cannot stay hidden forever. You may hear the words you've longed for, or you may witness a truth different from what you hoped, yet one that brings clarity and release. And in both cases, the blessing is the same: clarity. In finances, the quiet efforts you've made behind the scenes will begin to find new pathways. You won't have to push the river anymore. You'll be carried by an opportunity that aligns with your real frequency. In the home, gentle agreements and respectful boundaries will create space for kindness and sincerity. You, the one who knows how to care, will set boundaries rooted in love, not fear, so that what you've built won't be harmed by passing winds. And emotionally, I see a wave of nostalgia arriving. You may find yourself revisiting a person, a moment, a memory etched deep within you. You know, those memories, they're not coming back to drown you. They're returning so you can offer gratitude and gently wrap them in a spiritual suitcase before continuing toward the place where your soul can breathe a little deeper. If you feel a wave of jealousy surfacing or sense a piece of advice wrapped in subtle manipulation, return to your own shore. Listen to your heart. Consult the flame of intuition within, and respond from that place, not from your wound. You don't need to argue. You don't need to prove yourself. True protection doesn't come from distance. It comes from choosing the right people to share your dreams with. You might feel a pull today to return to something you left unfinished, a creative hobby, a small project, a health ritual, or simply an evening walk at sunset. Don't delay. Caring for yourself is a sacred act. Drink water with intention. Speak to yourself with the softness you'd offer someone you truly love. And please don't forget, you are a member of that family too. You deserve to be at the top of your care list. Today, this Wednesday, isn't meant to be noisy. It's the kind of day you'll remember for what was quietly revealed and the decisions made in peace. Tonight, the moon, your soul's most loyal companion, will gently remind you of what you already sensed this morning. That you are not alone, that invisible threads are holding you, that life is not here to test you, but to help you remember you've always belonged to something greater. Let me close this segment by drawing a little closer to you, like a grandfather leaning down, tucking in the blanket over a child dreaming the dream they deserve. I whisper this not to break you open, but to lighten your heart. If a certain truth confuses you, it might be the key to free you from a burden that was never yours to carry. Give yourself permission to stop walking someone else's path and honor your own. If you feel called to, write down what's rising in you now. Write to hear yourself more clearly, or simply close your eyes and call in the light. And if something within you is waking up, I invite you to leave a soul promise in the comments below, a sacred anchor to keep that peaceful current flowing through you. I return to the light within me. I slow down to love myself, and I open my heart to receive destiny in peace. Write it to mark a beginning. Write it so you'll know you're no longer fighting the current, you're flowing with it as a soul that has awakened. And I'll always be here from this table, witnessing every time you rose again, and knowing that this time you'll walk as if you've always known this path was made for you.